Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief, proudly brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks, your host, wishing you all Shavua Tov. It's a brand new week, and it's a brand new week of getting your news from Israel. Now, we mentioned last week that there were some issues. Some people were complaining that they did not see our content from Lay of the Land on Facebook. But don't worry, we have you covered. We are not just on Facebook, we are also on YouTube, where you can find us at the Israel Brief. And all you have to do is click on that red subscribe button to get your daily dose of the Israel Brief. But don't forget to check out our Facebook page. You can find us at Lottel's site. All you have to do is click on the like or follow button to be notified every time we post a brief or share any of our other content. And we love interacting with you. So if you haven't already, please join our growing community. And don't worry, nobody's going to silence us. We will continue to bring you your news headlines. All we ask is that if you don't see it in your news feed, you check us out on our Facebook page. But you're here for the news, so let's get into it. And it is the story that many have been waiting a long time to hear, and that is alleged child sex offender Malka Leifer has been extradited from Israel to Australia, where she will stand trial for charges of about 74 counts of child sex abuse. This is after 13 years and a 6-year-long trial. The extradition was finally carried out in the early hours of this morning before Israel closed off the airport. Leifer was flown to Australia via Frankfurt. In other news, we now talk COVID, and yesterday the government took the decision to hermetically seal Israel's airspace. This is in response to the incoming cases of COVID, which the health ministry say could be responsible for Israel's high infection numbers. Now, the airport will be virtually completely closed for the next week, making Israel the first country to hermetically seal our airspace. And we will keep you abreast as to when we will be opening up that airspace. I know many of you are either traveling to Israel or leaving Israel and would like to know when that would be able to take place. In other news, police continued to clash with the ultra-Orthodox communities in areas like Bnei Brak as they oppose the lockdown. Last night, a bus was set on fire, and after shoving and pushing police officers, police were forced to use stun grenades or stun guns, and one policeman had to fire into the air to disperse rioters. Several arrests have been made. And in other news, our favorite topic, which is normalization. Where are we going? Who are we making friends with? How is that circle of peace expanding? And earlier yesterday, the Knesset, that is our parliament, ratified the Abraham Accords between Israel and Morocco, signing them effectively into Israeli law. Yesterday was also a big day for the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs as we inaugurated our embassy in Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates. Now, this is a temporary embassy and will become a permanent embassy as we find a permanent residence. And we look forward to opening up our liaison offices in Rabat in Morocco, as well as in Manama, Bahrain, and a consular service in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. This is great news, and this will see further cooperation between Israel and these countries. And of course, we are all waiting to see with bated breath who will be the next countries to sign normalization or peace deals with the Jewish state. And our final story takes us to the United States, where National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, speaking to his Israeli counterpart, reiterated the United States' unwavering commitment to Israeli security. This is Jake Sullivan of the incoming Biden administration, and I know many people have been wondering what the administration stance will be with regards to Israel. And we also have it confirmed that Israel's head of the Mossad will be the first high-level official from Israel to meet with President Biden to discuss issues around Iran. So those are the top stories making headlines. Don't forget to check out our original content on our website at www.layoftheland.online. We have a story that can only be described as a miracle. It's all about how Israel is helping the blind to see. Don't believe me? Well, seeing is believing, and you can check it out on our website. It's also on our Facebook page at Lottel Site. Don't forget to check there for your daily edition of the Israel Brief. And while you're there, please give us a like or a follow and share our content. We really appreciate it when you do. We know many of you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, and we welcome you all to our growing community there. And we're on Twitter as well. So if you want to interact with us or follow us, you can find us at Lay of the Land with the digit 5. That's Lay of the Land 5. So with the Monday edition of the Israel Brief, I'm Rolene Marks, wishing you a safe and a healthy rest of your day. Thank you, everybody, for your continued support for both Lay of the Land and the Israel Brief, and we'll chat again tomorrow.